Live from the Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, this is News 3 Now special coverage of the Republican National Convention.
And thanks for joining us. It is day 3 of the Republican National Convention. We are live from Milwaukee as Republicans are uniting behind their candidate, former President Donald Trump.
Today, Republicans are focusing on U.S. foreign policy and why they believe it has diminished under the Biden administration. Our team coverage continues at the convention, and we're going to begin with Susan Simon and Brady Mallory, who are live inside Fiserv Forum. Susan and Brady, how's the view from there?
Hi, Charlotte and Eric. It's hard to hear you, but it took Brady and I 3 days, but we finally found the party.
Yeah, we got a little bit of an upgrade today from our studio. Listen, if you're looking for Giannis and the rest of the Bucks down on the court, you're not going to find them. There is a big red carpet down there and a bunch of convention attendees who are filing in for this third night, and they are waiting to hear Vice Presidential nominee J.D. Vance speak for the very first time since his nomination. Now, we're in one of these press boxes up here, and right next door to us, you know who we have? Nora O'Donnell from CBS News. How about that?
Exactly. We always tried to lean over and take a picture. This is our first time here, but in the evening, this is when the program really gets exciting. A long list of speakers tonight are getting ready to take the podium, including some very big names.
Yeah, and why don't I get out of the way? You can see the stage behind me. They just had the national anthem. Things are getting started here. And again, like I said, the floor is looking pretty crowded as people file in. And let's go to our political reporter, Will Keneally, who has a different angle on night 3 of the RNC. Will, what are you saying?
Hey, Brady and Susan. Yeah, so we're down on the floor here as we're getting the speaker portion of the evening underway. Now, we also are waiting for, as you mentioned before, the VP nominee here, J.D. Vance, to take the stage. We checked in with the Wisconsin delegation to see what they think of that pick. We spoke with Janesville Congressman Brian Stile, who is encouraged to have another Midwesterner on the ticket.
We've seen historically manufacturing jobs leave both of our states. We've seen the ability to turn the tide on that, put policies in place that can grow jobs here in the Midwest, here in Wisconsin, and in his home state of Ohio. I think it's a great addition to the ticket.
Well, I think having a good Midwesterner is a wonderful thing for us here in the Heartland. I think also J.D. Vance has got a very powerful personal story.
Now, that's former Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker there. Now, from the floor, just on Monday, he was one of the voting delegates from Wisconsin who nominated and approved of J.D. Vance to be on the VP pick. So we'll continue to keep you updated here from the floor as we wait for J.D. Vance to take the stage. But for now, reporting from the Fiserv Forum, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
All right, thank you, Will. As you can hear, it is getting loud in here. Let's send it back up to Eric and Charlotte for the rest of our show. Eric, Charlotte?
All right, Susan and Brady, thank you. Now to a developing story out of Las Vegas. President Biden has tested positive for COVID-19.
The White House says the president is experiencing some rather mild symptoms. The president will fly to his home in Delaware, where he will self-isolate and will continue to carry out all of his duties fully during that time. President Biden was in Vegas campaigning for Black and Latino voters. So some of Wisconsin's delegates are here at the RNC. They are still under investigation for their role in the fake electors scheme from 2020.
The News 3 Now's Braden Ross is joining us now to explain. She is also in our studio location once again inside Fiserv Forum. Braden?
I am actually, you guys, here down on the floor, and you can see behind me now there's all these signs up, but we got Wyoming, Louisiana, Missouri, all the way back there we've got Wisconsin, and there are 41 delegates, 38 alternates. 2 of those people were accused of filing false paperwork in 2020, saying that Donald Trump won that election. Now, Pam Travis is one of those people. She was a featured speaker this morning at the Daily GOP breakfast. Our reporters caught up with her afterward.
This really has been a very exciting convention. We've talked about what the solutions are, what President Trump plans to do, and we're inspired by J.D. Vance. Go into the
Now, Travis there is one of 10 fake electors who settled a civil suit against them in this case. So is Bob Spindell. He's an alternate delegate here. As part of that settlement, they admitted to attempts to overturn the election and affirmed that Joe Biden was, in fact, the legitimate winner. They're also not allowed to serve as electors in any future election, and they could still be the subject of a criminal investigation.
The electors in Wisconsin, they were under the impression that this was all part of the legal routine. that there were challenges to the election underway in the courts.
Now, we talked to Attorney General Josh Kaul today, who says he's still investigating. He did charge 2 Trump attorneys and an aide with felonies in relation to this whole scheme. Despite this, though, both Spindell and Travis Hill have a prominent place here at the RNC, serving as voting delegates for the Republican nominee. Now, we did also reach out to RNC leadership to ask them about all this. They gave me a statement saying, quote, state delegations are made up of delegates elected by their peers at the state party level. And now I'll send it back to you, Eric and Charlotte.
Please welcome Congresswoman Nancy Mace.
All right, Braden Ross reporting inside on the floor of Fiserv Forum. Braden, thank you. Now, with all of our coverage this week at the Republican National Convention, we've been hearing a lot of conservative perspectives from delegates, visitors, and leaders here in Milwaukee.
And now we are tuning into some local voices in Madison to hear more moderate or Democratic outlooks on the convention. With Wisconsin being such a significant swing state for the 2024 election, many eyes are on the RNC in Milwaukee to see how the convention is going. Some people believe the convention will raise Republican votes within the state of Wisconsin, while others see the event as an isolated group of like-minded individuals. We found 2 bicyclists who biked from Milwaukee to Madison today. Each of them identify with a different political party, but both agree that the convention will galvanize Republicans through their idolization of Trump.
The whole candidacy of Trump is all about him, and it's all about he being an icon and he being the only person in the Republic that could lead the Republican Party. That's bad. That's
but there's
bad
no one
start.
talking about the deficit, who's paying for Social Security, who's going to pay for Medicare. There's no one looking at the real issues.
Right, not even Trump.
Right,
he doesn't even talk about that, and that's what the Republicans should be talking about.
The Republican National Convention wraps up tomorrow. As for the Democrats, their party's convention is August 19th through the 22nd in Chicago. Since President Trump's political rise in 2016, there has been a shift in the Republican Party to one that's been shaped by his policies.
And today, our Kyle Pazorski took to the plaza outside Fiserv Forum to hear from Republicans about the divide, if any, that exists within the party.
Eric and Charlotte, like you said, there has been a shift in this party, and it's made very clear last night when Congressman Matt Gaetz confronted former Speaker Kevin McCarthy on the convention floor. Gaetz, of course, is a new school Republican, while McCarthy would be what we would call an establishment Republican. Here on the plaza outside the Pfizer, the divide, while there, is not as obvious, and that's because many of what we would call new school Republicans are staunch supporters of Donald Trump. 2 women I spoke to from Texas told me their delegation actually worked to make sure those in attendance here are all in on the former president.
I was on the nominations committee of bringing people who wanted to come to the national convention, and we interviewed hundreds of people that wanted to come, and we wanted to make sure who comes are Trump.
That was Stacey Matson, a delegate from Texas. She goes on to tell me the Republican Party of today feels different, and that is because it is and is more grassroots. Others I spoke with today say the Republicans of the past are still around, but have also shifted to coalescing around President Trump, as evident by Nikki Haley, who ran, of course, against him, delivering a speech last night in support of the former president. Here outside of Pfizer Forum, Kyle Pazorski, News 3 Now.
All right, Kyle, thank you. We want to remind everyone our coverage will continue of the Republican National Convention live in Milwaukee through tomorrow night. And starting at 8:30 tonight, as we have the previous 2 nights, we'll be streaming extended coverage with special guests, interviews, and more all over this entire event. And that stream will head into CBS national coverage of the Republican National Convention. To watch it, all you got to do is head to channel3000.com. And coming up on News 3 Now at 6, the sexual assault trial of a pastor enters its final day.
Plus, we're going to have more coverage from Milwaukee as the Republican National Convention continues. Stay with us.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. We've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year. So visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
What's up? You need some windows?
Hey folks, you call the experts? Right now with Feldco, get free installation and no interest for 5 years. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Tomorrow on News 3 Now This Morning, we're live from Milwaukee at the RNC.
We're talking to Wisconsin delegates and asking them what they want to hear from Donald Trump on the final night of the Republican National Convention.
Join us for all you need to know tomorrow.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6, moving forward.
And welcome back to our live coverage of the Republican National Convention from Milwaukee. Right now, we're going to step away from our convention coverage for just a bit.
We're going to head back to our Madison studios where Jalen Banks is standing by. Hi, Jalen.
Hi, Charlotte and Eric. Thank you. For the past 3 hours, a jury has been deliberating on a sexual assault trial that accuses a pastor of inappropriately touching a girl under the age of 13. 61-year-old Robert Stein of Middleton faces 2 felony charges of first-degree child sexual assault. Stein pleaded not guilty to both. The case was first brought forward in 2023, referring to the 2019 incident when Stein was serving as a pastor at Midvale Baptist Church in Madison. Stein was running a child care facility through the church at the time and was primarily the only staff member. Throughout his testimony, Stein continued to say he only had vague memories of the girl and that her testimony was illogical.
Did you ever in any way make any contact with her that was sexual in nature?
No, sir. If I'm the only teacher, I am never alone with children, especially for a length of time.
Other witnesses who took the stand include family members of the girl, staff members, and a detective. To an update now from a crash in Boston that we shared with you this morning. Unfortunately, 1 person is dead following that rollover crash. It happened this morning around 6 a.m. on Highway I-90. State Patrol says it was only 1 vehicle involved in the crash. 1 person died and another was injured. Troopers continue their investigation. And there's still more ahead on News 3 Now at 6. We head out live to the Capitol as hundreds gather for tonight's Concerts on the Square. Hear from some of the musicians and what to expect. And we have more good weather, hopefully, during the concert. Alex has the answer and the complete forecast after the break.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
When you need to relax and recharge your body and mind, retreat to the comfort of stressless furniture at the Century House. Designed to harmonize with the natural movements of your body, it's where true comfort begins and every day should end. Get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 spent and $200 off 4 dining chairs at the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Empire's quality and customer service were absolutely amazing. The installers were so conscientious. I have and I will continue to recommend Empire.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today,
Nobody wants to put a new roof over their head. It's too expensive. And if they can extend the life of that roof and get 5 more years or 10 more years, it's a no-brainer.
What RoofMax does is it helps people in that they don't have to spend that $15,000, $20,000 on a new roof. They can spend pennies on the dollar.
The RoofMax product was a small percentage of cost of replacing a roof.
This is a great financial decision for us as a community.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get 1.9% financing on this 2024 Silverado when you finance with GM Financial. Or get $5,750 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
In a Leisure Concept swim and place pool, you can also walk, jog, exercise, float around, play with the kids, anything you can do in a big pool, but this one has swim jets, temperature control, is super insulated, and you can use it year-round. These are made right in Iowa and take only a week or 2 to get. What a great, fun, low-impact way to stay healthy. Get to Leisure Concept's awesome showroom on Madison's Beltline at the Park Street exit and see one in person.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6, moving forward.
Welcome back as the RNC continues here in Milwaukee. It's not the only big event that's happening tonight.
Back in Madison, Concerts on the Square returns for another wonderful performance. Let's go back to the Capitol Square with News 3 Now's Josh Sprider with more. Hi, Josh.
Hey guys, boy, you are missing a beautiful evening here in Madtown. I tell you what, this might be the best night yet. We are marking 4 weeks now. This is the 4th Concerts on the Square this season, and tonight is Trumpet Square. We are lucky to have 2 of the soloists here this evening, Matthew and Andrew. Guys, thanks for joining us here on News 3.
Thanks, it's great to be home.
Oh my gosh, what a beautiful evening. Andrew, I want to start with you. You know, when you look around and you see all these people, how special is this for you?
Looks like a big old picnic to me.
It really does.
Yeah, with entertainment, with classical music live.
You know, how long have you been performing?
Oh, since I was growing up in Madison at Cherokee Middle School. I was age 11, started playing, and had pretty much have not stopped since age 11. So.
Oh, I love it. Matthew, how about you? How long have you been performing?
Well, we were joking. I think Andrew's been performing a little bit longer than I've been alive, but professionally for about a decade now.
You know, what is it like being a soloist? Because this is going to be a unique evening for both of you.
It's quite special. Usually us trumpet players are sitting in the back of the orchestra, so it's kind of a rare opportunity, and we're so honored, I think, speaking on behalf of both of us, that we're really honored to just have an opportunity to get to the front of the orchestra.
Yeah, honored, but we're taking our rightful place in front of the orchestra, so there's that.
So it's going to be a trumpet extravaganza, and what kind of music are people going to be hearing here tonight?
2 of the greatest works for trumpet, which are actually 2 of the first works written for trumpet. One of Vivaldi Concerto for 2 trumpets, which was very early in the history of classical music. Vivaldi was a priest who ran an orphanage, and he just kept cranking out music for all these orphans, and yeah, so that's a little known fact about him. And then Haydn wrote the first major trumpet concerto for the trumpet, and I'll be playing that. And so that's people are going to get an earful.
I love it. And I mean, when you look around here, I mean, look at this place. It's jam-packed, and you kind of have to take a step back and really take it all in, don't you?
It's pretty special, right? In this small amount of space we have here, I see an infant, someone way older than him, and just the whole space is just full of the great Madisonians. It's such a wonderful tradition, the Concerts on the Square.
So what would be, you know, your plea to get people out here that aren't out here? I know we're getting close to the showtime here at 7 o'clock, but there's still plenty of time.
I would say hurry up.
Yeah. Hurry on down here, and there will still be a couple more weeks to be able to enjoy this. I mean, we're only halfway through the season.
Yes, and there'll still be beer left by the time they get down here, too.
Yeah, but people should earmark their Wednesdays for being on the square. That should be a Madison practice.
Especially on beautiful nights like this. Well, guys, good luck to you. Thank you so much for taking some time. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Awesome. Again, It's going to be getting underway here around 7 o'clock tonight, and Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington, I think this is the best night so far. I mean, it's a nice breeze keeping the mosquitoes away, but really just a spectacular evening.
Yeah, gorgeous temperatures out here right now. Actually, almost a bit on the chilly side. Did you bring a long sleeve shirt?
I did not.
You might be having to go like this
I'm
a little
not
bit.
complaining, though, after all that heat and humidity.
That's true. That's true. We're getting a break from the heat and the humidity. It's a beautiful evening to come on down. I do encourage you, if you are someone like me who gets a little bit colder upper bodies, you might want to have a long sleeve shirt tonight. 71 degrees right now, and I want to emphasize 71. Our low temperatures were in the 70s just days ago, and now our temperatures here are in the lower 70s. That dew point is 51 degrees. That's very dry, so it's a dry, comfortable night. Just a couple of clouds out here, a bit of a breeze. We got 71 in Madison, 72 in Deerfield, 73 in Mount Orab, and we'll tie that in Cross Plains, and we'll do a triple there. 73 in Sauk City. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, we've got a 69 degrees right now in Viroqua, up to the west in Vernon County, upper 60s to the lower 70s across all of southern Wisconsin. What a difference just a few days make with our temperatures. The show starts at 7 o'clock. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s to right around 70 degrees. At the end of the show, we'll be seeing temperatures in the lower to middle 60s. It's going to be a beautiful end to the week. Sunny skies, dry conditions. Farmers, you can get your hay up this week. If you want to give the AC a break and open up the windows, go for it. Rain chances, you may be wondering, well, when are they going to come back? Will they come back? And they will be coming back in our forecast. As we dip through the rest of this evening, the temperatures will dip down into the lower 60s starting off Thursday morning, right around 54. So a bit on the chilly side. You might need an extra blanket if you do open up the windows. Temperatures for the afternoon on Thursday, low to mid 70s and back into the 60s by the time we get in to the middle of your Thursday evening. Fast forward to the weekend, if you want to get your plans, Saturday, picture perfect, right around 80 degrees. Sunday, 81, a little bit warmer, a little bit more on the humid side. It will come back. Shower and thunderstorm chances will also be increasing again as early as Sunday. Average highs for this time of year around 82, and we're 71, so we're 10 degrees below normal. That swing that we've made, but fewer complaining for as warm and as humid as it's been. Well, we will return back to normal as we go out into next week, and the rain chances are going to start to inch back up Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and those rain chances will continue the rest of the upcoming week. Climate Prediction Center friends saying above normal chances for rainfall as we go to the end of July. In fact, for much of the country, a bit of a tropical feed of moisture coming off the Gulf of Mexico, making it all the way up to southern Wisconsin as we carry forth through the 7 to 10 day forecast. And the muggy meter is going to be going back up as we head towards the upcoming weekend. The dew points getting back into the 60s. Dew points in the 60s. That means AC weather is back in the forecast for southern Wisconsin. Temperatures beautiful through the end of the week. Then we have lows in the 60s, highs in the 80s, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat for the rest of next week with daily shower and storm chances. Good news is we're not expecting all-day rains with those shower and storm chances next week. More from Milwaukee in just a bit.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Does our foam insulation work? Listen to this.
The power in the neighborhood was out for 2 days in 95-degree weather. My thermostat only went up 3 degrees, and that's even with letting the dog in and out. It was very comfortable here.
And her savings were more than the insulation costs.
If you want to save money on your power bills, get USA Insulation. It makes a huge difference.
USA Insulation.
I got it.
I got it.
The airport is in 4 miles.
Interesting choice.
You're going on fit?
Discover performance in rare form.
You got it. But she's delayed.
Get offers on select F-Sport models at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
Get special offers on select Lexus RX models.
It's the Hy-Vee BOGO sale this Friday through Sunday. Buy one, get one free. Get BOGOs, BOGOs, and more BOGOs. Buy one, get one free, including on our award-winning Hy-Vee Chinese. Get BOGOs on more than 100 items store-wide. And when you buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free. And buy one, get one free. Don't miss the Hy-Vee BOGO sale this Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
I was raised by my wonderful grandparents who took care of me when my mother was struggling with addiction. Later, when Nana got frail, I was privileged to help take care of her. I believe it's our duty to honor our elders. So I've worked hard in the Senate to protect Medicare and nursing home care from those who've tried relentlessly to cut benefits. The least we can do is help those who've helped us. I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Get an 11% rebate on everything now at Menards. Protect your cargo with our great selection of hitches and ratchet straps. Secure your passion and save big money. Get this towing starter kit for only $14.99 after rebate. Tow smarter with this tri-ball mount trailer hitch that features 3 different hitch ball sizes. Get this Tow Smart tri-ball trailer hitch for just $79.99 after 11% rebate at Menards. America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome back to our live coverage of the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. And tonight we're taking a look back at how the 2016 RNC went for folks in Cleveland.
Our Merrill Hubbard drove down to Cleveland, Ohio to see if the RNC was a boom or a bust for businesses.
Well, folks, it's pretty easy to tell that this is no Madison skyline. I'm here in Cleveland, Ohio, where they had the last in-person RNC in 2016. Now, some people say the RNC was a big boom for businesses, while others say it missed the mark.
The expectation was quite huge. We were expecting a really good event. It was just a little bit different than what we were expecting. Even the parties I had, we had probably 30% of the attendance that we were told.
Michael Grasso, currently the director of restaurant operations for Saucy Brewworks in Cleveland, was overseeing 3 venues during the 2016 RNC. His venues performed well at the time, but he says that many didn't have the same success.
Delegations literally did not show up for certain bars.
Michael said that location was one of the biggest factors. Places that were closer to the event and planned bigger parties had more success.
It was the ones who were looking for that transient business of just people coming down and being a part of the RNC. Those are the ones that did not do as well.
There were temporary winners and losers that some of our businesses didn't see any gain in businesses they thought they might have, especially in the outlying neighborhoods and suburbs.
Although expectations weren't exactly met in the short term, local leaders tell me the RNC still drew more attention to their city.
But I would say long term, it was a win-win for everybody because it put Cleveland on the map.
I think our community stepped up and proved that it could handle large-scale events. I mean, look, it's still a historic event. I love Cleveland. It's a beautiful city. Getting on the main stage was amazing. And it just helped the city grow and get better.
For a historic event that will bring in over 50,000 people, Clevelanders say this is Milwaukee's time to shine.
I would be excited if I were living in Wisconsin to have that experience. And it was a really, as a lifelong Clevelander, it was a really interesting way to see my city. Anytime you can feature your city on such a big stage, it's always good. So you'll do well.
The economic impact the RNC will have on Milwaukee is an ongoing conversation. Speaking of Milwaukee, it looks like I got to get back on the road. So reporting in Cleveland, Ohio, I'm Merrill Hubbard, News 3 Now.
Merrill, thank you. That's all the time we have for now. Now, coming up tonight at 8:30, we'll be streaming a recap of all the day's events at channel3000.com.
But for now, thanks for watching News 3 Now at 6, and we'll see you back here later tonight for News 3 Now at 10.